Hello and welcome back to Terraria. Previous episode we killed the final boss, but there's one more boss and you can summon her in the Halo, and she is supposed to be more difficult than the final boss if you fight her during the daytime. She's called the Empress of Light, so we're gonna fight her as well. And there are also 2 events in the game that I also still want to do. But before I do those things, I want to craft a new weapon. And that weapon is a sword. It's called the Zenith. And you craft it by combining a bunch of swords together. So I already got 5 swords. But we need 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 10 swords. And those 10 swords we can combine together and we can craft the Zenith. So I got 5. Let's get one more called Copper Short Sword. So now we got 6. We need 4 more. And one of the swords that we need is an influx waver. And we get that from the Martian invasion event. So we need to trigger a Martian invasion. So Martians have to attack us at our base. They have to invade our world. And, you know, one of the mobs during the invasion will drop the influx waver. So what we're going to try to do right now is we're going to try to trigger the Martian invasion. The way we trigger a Martian invasion is by finding a Martian probe. And apparently they spawn on the outsides, on the outer edges of the world. So I'm now near the ocean, so this is the place where the Martian probe will spawn. And they also have a higher chance of spawning in space. So I'm also high up enough to be in space. So, and there we go. Ooh. Okay, let's maybe get rid of my minion. And there we go. So there's one more. Oh, that was really fast. I was expecting it to take a bit longer. So if you find that Martian probe, it will fly back to Mars. It will signal to his buddies that there is life on this planet, and they will start attacking you. So now we can also re-trigger our dragon. And there's a mob called the Flying Saucer. So a UFO ship that we have to kill. And if you kill that UFO ship, it might drop the influx waver. And here we go. So that's the Martian saucer. It died before it even showed up on screen. But we have to kill a bunch of those. And they will drop the influx waver. So I got a minion. Ooh, okay, and we got one more here. So pretty cool. We got one more minion, and we got one more there. And this, what is this? I don't know what this is. It doesn't attack. Okay. It probably does something, but I don't know what. And that's the last mob that we killed. So now we have to re-trigger the Martian invasion, and we do that by just going to our little platform. So this method works really, really well. You know, those Martian probes are spawning quite fast. So if you want to trigger the Martian invasion in an easy way, well, that's the way. Okay, so I finished one more Martian invasion, and look at what we got. We got the weapon that we wanted, the influx waver. I also got a nice little trophy, and we got a new mount. So this one allows us to fly indefinitely, I think that's called. So without limit. Look at this. Okay, so we added one more sword to our collection, and now we're going to get the next sword that we're missing. And that one drops from Plantera, so we are going to have to go looking for Plantera's ball inside of the jungle, summon Plantera, and kill him. it. I don't know. Okay, one more Plantaris bolt. So I already killed it 5 times. Let's hope it drops the sword this time. So it has around a 15% drop chance, the sword. And that's around 7 times that you have to kill it to get the sword. I killed it 5 times, so. But there we go. So we got it. Oh, thank God. So we got that one as well. Pretty cool, pretty cool, pretty cool. So let me just throw all of this away. Okay, so now we have 8 swords. And I apparently also had one lying in one of these chests. So we have 9 and we need 10. So we need the final sword. And this sword drops from the final boss. But one more sword drops from the final boss. So we have to get that sword as well. So we have to kill the final boss a bunch of times to, get the sword drop. And how do you summon the final boss? Well, you can do it in 2 ways. You can go to the dungeon and you can kill the lunatic cultist. A bunch of pillars will spawn. You can kill those pillars and then the final boss will spawn. And those pillars also drop these fragments. So you can collect these fragments from the pillars. But what you also can do with these fragments is you can craft this. The celestial sigil. And with this you can also summon the final boss. So I probably am going to have to, so we now have 2 celestial sigils. It probably is not going to drop from the boss with just these 2. So it has like an 11% drop chance. So we have to kill it around 10 times for it to drop. And it also takes a minute for it to spawn. So we're going to have to wait a little bit. And there we go. So I got it. Ooh, that was pretty lucky. I had to just kill it twice. So I didn't have to go to the dungeon to resummon the pillars and kill the pillars again. So if I'm correct, we should be able to get the Zenith. We also get the achievement for it. So this is the Zenith, right? And apparently it does a buttload of damage. And of course it also has like this unique attacking effect. So what can we test it on? What can we test it on? Okay, so I'm in the jungle temple. Let's summon the golem and try it out on the golem. So now my minions do minimal damage. Let's try the Zenith. There we go. So that's pretty crazy how much damage it does. I'm really happy with it. So I also got my Zenith reforged. So now it's a godly Zenith. I didn't want to reforge it anymore because I was running out of money. But we got a really strong sword. So the last boss that we're going to fight and those last 2 events are supposed to be really difficult. So this will really help. And we also found a way on how to summon the Martian invasion really easily. So you just build a platform in space on the outer edge of the world. and the Martian probes will spawn frequently, and you also can use like a water candle to make them spawn even more. So yeah, that's it for this episode. Next episode, I think I'm gonna do the Frost Moon. So thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, also leave a comment. Comments really help with the algorithm and you would be helping me out. And subscribe. Thanks again for watching, and bye.